maintenance. Total maintenance key. TM-JC.com. No blue spots.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Yes, indeed, it is New Orleans. Thank you for that, Drew Brees. 4 o'clock, a little after 4 p.m., Tuesday afternoon in New Orleans. Gotta love the non-summer season in the Crescent City. That, I don't know, late October to like April. It's pretty darn good. Unlike most of the country, which will be snowed in till around February or so, really hard to go outside and do a lot around the rest of the country. Here, we get to enjoy it a day like today. Little cloudy, but sunny too, partly cloudy. About 59 degrees right now. And that little wintry blast from the last 36, 48 hours or so is pretty much done. Pretty much done. Tomorrow morning we'll wake up. It'll be a little cooler than it is right now. And then we'll creep on up into the 60s. This weekend we'll be creeping into the 70s. But we might have a little coolio front that rolls in Thursday after some rain. Maybe Friday, Saturday, we could, touch the 40s for a minute or two and then right back up to the 60s. No, it's pretty glorious weather. It's nice living down here. It really is. Summer's a little brutal, especially those, June, July, August, heat and humidity, those tough summer months. But boy, the rest of the year is just outstanding. I often say the architecture, our history, the culture, the people, the music, the food, our festivals, Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, French Quarter Fest, all of it, everything we do. Why we live down here. But the weather's part of that equation. We may not, cite it. We may not mention it, but it's pretty good. Yeah, nice day. Get outside, enjoy it. It's not cold outside right now, just cool. Cool. Nice. And 9 days till Christmas might be a warm Christmas. I'd prefer a little cold snap for Christmas, just so you kind of, feel Christmas as well. But 9 days till Christmas, we've all experienced the like 73-degree Christmas in New Orleans. No big deal. Yeah, just 9 days. 1 week from this Thursday, Christmas Day. A week from this 2 weeks, from this Thursday, New Year's Day. 27 days of Junket Cantrell. That's it. Just 27 days left. Can, veto the city council's budget, and then the council's going to override the veto and proudly override the veto. Just belligerent until the very end. Just, I'm going to go out my way, banging my head up against a cinder block wall. Signed, Junket Cantrell. Now, thank God the indictment involved or included her relinquishing her passport, because she'd be on a junket right now. She'd be California, East Coast, international travel. Now, you relinquish the passport, plus you're pretty much restricted to the 10-parish district that makes up the Eastern District of Louisiana. So she's kind of, I guess she could go like as far as Strawberry Festival or something like that. No, it's a blessing, because she was so obnoxious with that. The travel was beyond obnoxious. Just in your face, middle finger. Screw all of you New Orleans citizens. I'm doing what I want to do. And then you have a wacky group. It's so small. It's like LSU fans that throw beer on people and cause problems. It's like 100 in Tiger Stadium out of 102,000. There's like 100 people in New Orleans that are like, go, you do it, LaToya. You do it. Anyway, 27 days left of her doing it. Enjoy. No, and we finally, besides just like literally like a cinder block could do better as mayor, because it wouldn't do any harm. It wouldn't do any good, but it wouldn't do any harm. This mayor's done a lot of harm. So simply by leaving office, by default, the city does better. Seriously. I'm not trying to be funny. That's just a fact. And hopefully, Helena Moreno has some new, fresh ideas. Hopefully there's some conservative ideals injected into this very liberal, woke, Democratic-run city since basically day one that gets things jump-started. Hopefully a good working relationship with the governor and the state, because how goes Louisiana? It's all based off of New Orleans. I think 40% of the state's GDP comes out of the Crescent City, 40%. You take Cajun country and New Orleans off the map, no offense, but Louisiana becomes West Virginia or the Dakotas. So New Orleans has to operate well. I want the rest of Louisiana to do well. When I heard, Richland Parish up by Monroe, one of the poorest parishes in the country, got that meta $10 billion plant, I'm like, yes, come on. I want, CenturyTel, whatever they are now, the new name, Oracle, whatever the hell they are. I want them to stay more in Monroe than going to Denver. I want that company that was founded there, that's a Fortune 500 company, to stay based out of there as they slowly but surely fade out of there. New office buildings they given to UL Monroe. It's terrible. No, I like the rest of the state to thrive. I want Shreveport, Bossier to kick butt, take names, Lake Charles, Alexandria, all of it. We all win. So I would think the rest of the state, normal-minded people, would want to see New Orleans do well. Tuesday afternoon edition of the program. Yeah, you're right. Holiday season's coming up. I just mentioned 9 days till Christmas. A week from this Thursday, 2 weeks from Thursday, New Year's. I often talk about total maintenance. You probably will never need an air conditioning or heating company in the next few weeks, few months. But somebody listening or watching will need one in the next day or two, in the next week. And I'm not wishing that on anyone. It's just how it works. Might be me. Might be you. If you ever need air conditioning or heating help, just think Total Maintenance. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, tm-ac.com. That's all you need to know. Weekday, weekend, holiday, overnight, they're there. Just think Total Maintenance. tm-ac.com. Yeah, you right. According to Border Patrol, 350 so far have been detained. That's almost like a meaningless comment. Like, and what? How many of them? I mean, the record is you detain a bunch and then most, not even close, like 90+% are released. And you get a couple of violent criminals out of like the 82 you're arrested at Delta Downs in Vinton a few months ago. 350 detained so far in Operation Catahoula Crunch. I told you that name sounds like Kim Jong-un's favorite breakfast cereal. I like Catahoula Crunch. I'm Kim Jong-un and I endorse this product. Not good for your teeth. Catahoula Crunch. Yeah, 350 detained so far. I'll guarantee you, I'll bet you out of the 350 detained, I would guess that are violent criminals out of the 350. There's no way it's 10%. It's not 35 out of 350. I think that number would be high. Isn't that ridiculous? That I think 35 out of 350 would be high, like 10% would be too large of a number of violent criminals detained out of the 350. 5% might be a little too low. Somewhere between 5%, which would be about 17, and 10%, which would be about 35. I'm going to go just somewhere in there, but let's go with 25. Out of 350 so far detained, I'm going to say at best, at very best, 25. I mean, that seems high when I say it. 20? I can go with 20. 20 are violent criminals. 20 will be violent criminals. I swear, I say that, and I'm thinking it's going to be like 9, 13, something like that. Anyway, you get what I'm thinking. New Orleans considering some permanent gates on Bourbon Street. I don't see any kind of problem. You know, the permanent part I don't get, but like if it's a gate, I guess it opens. So if it's a permanent gate that opens, I have no problem with it. Some gate that can be closed and secured where citizens can't move it, where it's got some type of lock system that citizens cannot move it. We saw about the bollards that were installed, citizens just moving them, driving their car in, pushing the bollard back. Now, permanent gates on Bourbon Street, they're talking like Canal Street to St. Anne. That's like pretty much about halfway through the quarter. From Canal Street to essentially the back of Jackson Square. About halfway through the quarter. No, if at night, 7 p.m., these gates shut, maybe they're manned. I don't see why that would be a problem. If you have these 18 gates, I'm assuming it's 9 blocks, have cops there.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Corey Johnson back at you on a Tuesday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I was just talking to a friend of mine about Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. So good. I'm going there. My brother's coming in from out of town. Already called in, got a reservation for 8 one night. But I'll be there soon for lunch. Lunch specials Tuesday through Friday. They're fantastic, including a three-course $24 lunch special at Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Dinner Tuesday through Saturday night. It's fantastic. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Two things are going to happen. You're going to love it if you've never been on the South Shore. You folks on the South Shore, if you've never been, you're going to love it. And the second thing, you're going to be going often. Just jump on the Causeway. Gallagher's 527. Hey, speaking of the Causeway, a third toll lane coming to the Causeway. You South Shore, or I guess it would be South Shore commuters, North Shore commuters. Let's ask the expert. Someone from the North Shore going to the South Shore. I don't know what kind of commuter they are. Carlton Dufour knows. He runs the Causeway Bridge. How you doing, Carlton?
Corey, it's good to talk to you. I'm well. I hope you guys are too. And yeah, you're right. We've got on the toll lanes, actually on the commuters, about 70% of our commuters are from the North Shore, about 30% from the South Shore. They're kind of reverse commuting stuff. But we've got, as of the past year, we've had a majority of folks now that have toll tags. And obviously, toll tags get you on the bridge quicker. It saves, almost cuts the toll in half. But what we're doing to try to facilitate traffic beginning tomorrow morning is for commuting hours beginning early in the morning. We'll have lane 4 is converting from a cash credit card lane to a toll lane. So there'll be 3 dedicated toll lanes beginning tomorrow morning on all weekdays. So hopefully that'll get folks on the bridge a little easier, a little quicker. And again, if folks still want to use credit cards and cash, they can in the other 2 lanes, but really recommend give us a call, stop in at the toll plaza or go online. We can get you a toll tag, and it truly will save dollars, even if you're just going over once or so a month.
Yeah, I've got one. It doesn't cost anything. And what, it's $3.70 instead of $6?
Actually, it's $3.40. I'm sorry, compared to $6. Yeah,
$3.40
Yeah, so-
compared to $6.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
a significant savings, almost 40-something percent savings.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, it makes it much, well, it's much easier for you to get through there.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
go-
always good to wave at the toll attendants, but if there's a bunch of people behind you, just keep going through, please,
Yeah.
and get on the bridge safely.
No.
And, Corey, if I could impose upon you for a minute, our mission is to get everybody back and forth safely and timely. And again, I'm really proud of our commuters. They're the force multiplier. If they see something going on or see an incident, they report it to our dispatchers and able to get our officers and map folks out there almost instantaneously. But one thing we have in the past year, we've noticed almost 60%, 60, sometimes 70% of the crashes we have each month are due to inattentive driving. And some of that's cell phone use, but some of it's just simply brains not engaged kind of stuff. And I'm sure it's not only in the causeway, it's probably happening all over, but I guess a message to everybody, please, whenever you get behind the wheel, keep your hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, and pay attention to what you're doing.
Billy Nungesser, the lieutenant governor, has a campaign where you call in if you see people littering and give the license plate in the car. Do you want people doing that if they see people texting?
Please. Yeah. No, that's just dial *27. That'll get you directly to our dispatchers. And yes, sincerely, probably half the citations that we issue are due to folks that see something going awry. Somebody's not only speeding happens, but it's actually the bigger problems we have are just careless operation, frankly.
How do you get people from driving in the left lane to get over to the right?
You give them citations?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen cars on the causeway. Literally, they're just driving in the left lane. I am passing them on the right.
Yeah, no, it unfortunately it's kind of that brain someplace else attitude, or even worse, sometimes you'll see them looking down, which is indicative of doing something with a cell phone or something like that, which is really not intelligent at all. But the message again is just please pay attention wherever you're behind the wheel, particularly on the causeway, but any place. It's got a lot of massive of heavy vehicle that we're all controlling, and particularly the faster we go, the more dangerous they can be if not properly handled. But look, I really appreciate you looking after us, Corey, all the time, and all the folks that travel the bridge. And I want to wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas and the best of health and happiness for 2026 too.
You got a few minutes for a few more causeway questions?
Oh, sure.
You
Yeah.
sure? Carlton Dufresne shows with us. He runs the Causeway Bridge. So the big news is there'll be a third toll lane, and that's strictly going from the North Shore to the south, or both?
Yeah.
Well, there is nothing on the south. Just go, the one
tolling
plaza.
since,
What am I
I
thinking?
want to say 99 or something,
Yeah.
strictly on the South Shore, on the North Shore coming southbound.
Yeah, what am I thinking? Anyway, so and what do you have, like 75,000 people? I'm one of them that have the toll tag. 75,000.
That surprised me when I heard the number. That's there's 75,000 accounts, just under it, 74,700 something. But that means that probably almost 2 to 3 times that number of tags out there. Many folks have. Well, my family, we've got 3 toll tags. So if there will probably be more vehicles. On a daily basis, Corey will have anywhere between 18 to 20,000 people coming southbound in the morning. And as I look out the window in the backyard to this afternoon, the same amount going back north in the evening, or maybe a little bit more. On an annual basis, last year we had about 12,300 transits. We'll probably be for annually. I'm sorry, 12,300,000, and we'll probably be right around that this year too.
That's 1 million a month. So what? That's 33,000 a day.
Yeah.
30,000 a day.
It's not the George Washington Bridge, but it's certainly a lot bigger, a lot busier than many of the more famous bridges, I guess, throughout the world. Although we still have the title of the longest, and for this region, we are the busiest.
So 20,000 a day make the commute one way, and then another 10,000 the rest of it's about 30,000 total each day.
Actually, it's closer to 35 to 38,000.
All right, so yeah, even maybe north of 12 million a year. Maybe
it's 12 million transits, yes, a year.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Carlton Dufresne is with us from the Causeway. Carlton, what's the capacity like in a dream scenario? Obviously, you'd like new bridges, but just as far as capacity in the metro, are these bridges fine?
The Causeway right now, our traffic count is actually down a little bit from what it was. It peaked just before COVID, and has never recovered. We're probably about $500,000 annually lower than we were prior to COVID. And it appears, Corey, I don't think we'll ever see an increase again. The growth that, we all know in the region now is in New Orleans metro area, the South Shore, I should say, is stable. But the growth really is the North Shore. It's from Slidell to all the way to Baton Rouge is almost becoming an urban corridor now, but certainly from Slidell to Hammond is.
Yep.
So there's a lot more east-west traffic. Our transits, most of our commuters will be going, they still go right around the South Shore, around Lakeside Shopping Center, the Oshner area, Elmwood, and then downtown. Of those four destinations, downtown is the one that took the largest, I guess,
hit
reduction.
Yep.
And after COVID, but it's steady. The Causeway is I've got a couple of years on you, I think, but we both know it's a connector that it truly made connected the North-South Shore, made it a region more so than a bedroom committee or small town kind of stuff on the North Shore. And it is still that connector today. Will be for the foreseeable future. The bridge will be, actually it's 69 years old now. Be 70 next August. It's still robust. It's got 9,000 piles underneath it. 3,000 of those things have already been encapsulated. We did the $100 million safety program a few years ago, which added the 12 shoulders that reduced the crashes by about 30%. And thank goodness, once the rails came on the southbound bridge, the rails have actually been hit 50 times since they've been installed.
Wow.
And very pleased to say that everybody stayed on the bridge. So we haven't lost a life. Thank goodness. There need to knock on a hunk of wood. There will be something someday that goes through them, but at the moment they're working like they should. Thank gosh.
Hey, Carlton. So we're not getting a new bridge anytime soon. You got the railings, you got some of those bays put on the sides. What's the next dream project that is a possibility?
It's ongoing maintenance right now, Corey. Actually, if you drive the bridge now, you'll see some work at the drawbridge. All of the light fixtures out there, the wiring's being replaced. That is 69 vintage. That's when the second bridge was, today's northbound bridge was completed. All of that was installed. That's going to probably take another 2 months. The bridge will be restriped. We do that on a 5-year cycle. That will happen next year. And all the little reflectors, the buttons are going to be replaced. The other big one is the toll system itself. There's a request for proposals out actually right now, and I think the proposals come in next week or the fall. No, sorry, they come in this week.
It's got to be fully automated.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No human beings there, fully automated. Drive through at 40, 50 miles an hour.
Actually, it will have that capacity. We're not going to go there next year, but that decision ultimately would have to come from the state. But this system will have that capacity to be interoperable with Texas, with Florida, with East Coast, West Coast. While the technology will be there, I think it's going to be a good while before the states get their acts together and figure out how all that's going to work.
Yeah.
But regardless, the technology will be there.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Be able to do it down the line.
Hey, Carlton, always a pleasure having you on the program. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. See you soon on the bridge.
Take care, buddy. Be safe. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you so much. That's Carlton Dufresne of the Causeway. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. Thanks for joining us. Got a lot more coming your way. Donald Trump's ugly, unnecessary posts, and more. Stick around,
Ladies
New
and
Orleans.
gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. It's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Yeah, you right. Nice day in New Orleans. Get outside tonight. Tonight would be a good night for outdoor dining. It's about 60 degrees right now. You could head to Lebanon's Cafe, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn right now. They're open till 9:30. They're open throughout the day. 7 days a week, 11 till 9:30. Outdoor dining, lamb chops, shish kebab, all your favorite Middle Eastern sides. I picked up a to-go order yesterday from Lebanon's. So damn good. Lebanon's Cafe, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn. Aren't we lucky in New Orleans? Some of my biggest problems midday and nighttime are where am I going to go eat? Seriously. So many choices, so many options. Seriously, it's endless. Do I go to the French Quarter? Am I going uptown? Am I going to the Warehouse District? Am I staying in the Carrollton neighborhood? Am I going into Metairie? Mid-City? It's just endless. Maybe I'll go to the West Bank and get some Vietnamese or Chinese. I mean, it's unbelievable. Heading to the North Shore. I mean, I mentioned like Gallagher's 527, Trey Inn. There's Del Porto in Covington. There's, I'm going blank, right there by La Provence, Sal and Judy's. I think Dakota's back. So many good places on the North Shore. No, it's just, where am I going to go eat? What am I going to get? Today, it's so funny to me because there's just so many options, so many different prices. Like, I'm going to give you an example that's just mind-blowing to me. This is like you're in some little country town or something, but you're not. You're in Metro New Orleans. I picked up a roast beef po' boy from Shortstops today, $6.42. $6.42. Boy, Shortstops po' boy. I'd love to know what they do as far as business. I mean, it's millions and millions of dollars. I think a good po' boy shop, I'm not kidding you, like a good po' boy shop for lunch. If they knock out 100 po' boys for lunch, they're doing pretty good. 100, 125 po' boys for lunch. Shortstops does that by like noon. I mean, they must do 500, 600 po' boys a day. They might do like a week's worth of po' boys in a day that the regular mom and pop po' boy shop does. Anyway, the roast beef po' boy, a small roast beef, and it's pretty damn good. I'd say one of the better roast beef po' boys in New Orleans. $6.42. Russell will answer the phone sometimes when I'm doing my to-go order with him. I'm like, dude, seriously, $6.42? I'm like, you can make it $8.42, $9.42. I'd gladly pay that, and I think that's a bargain. $6.42 is ridiculous. Seriously. Might be the best single food item that's like really good, something you want. Like, forget about price. Just, man, it's a great roast beef po' boy. How much is it? $6.42. That makes it one of the best deals anywhere because it's really good. It's really good. You go to Burger King and spend $6.42 on crap. A Shortstop roast beef po' boy is pretty damn good. I think the Domalice's shrimp, small shrimp's like $14. And it's really good. It's loaded with shrimp. $14 at Domalice's. I think the might be like $19 for the 3 pieces instead of 2. Anyway, there's some good deals out there, and it's not just po' boys. I'm not a big chain eater. I can't tell you if anything else on this menu is good at this restaurant. But that place, A Tavolo by Lakeside Shopping Center by P.F. Chang's, has a bolognese ziti. I like ziti pasta, and I like bolognese, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And it's like $17 for lunch, $17. You get some nice toasty bread with the olive oil and the cracked pepper. It's a pretty good deal, $17. I mentioned those Trey Yen lunch specials, $10, $11, $12 for a Chinese cuisine. It's not like, if it was regular Chinese food and you're paying like McDonald's, Burger King prices, you'd be like, that's great. But it's Trey Yen. It's like Chinese cuisine, not Chinese food. And $10, $11, $12 for those lunch specials. They fill that white to-go container. It's like heavy. Now, there's a lot of great deals in Metro New Orleans for food, like high quality for a really good price. Venezia has on Monday night like a little filet, and you can get French fries or like a pasta on the side, and it's $21. $21. And it's like a little petite filet sizzling in butter. It's a pretty good steak. I'm not going to sit here and go, man, it's the best filet in town. The best filet in town would be at Houston's. That steak's $62. It's not a bargain at all, but it's damn good. It's tasty as hell. It's a prime filet, marbled. It's the Food Show. Hi, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is the Food Show. Frank McGill with the Food Show. No, we're in New Orleans. We don't eat to live. We live to eat. No, and it's nice knowing the little gimmicks, the little specials. No, but I like going to Venezia on a Monday night, but yeah, I'd prefer the $62 Allen Brothers Prime Center Cut Filet from Houston's. But it's $62. Like my mom says, I have to float a bond. You're going to have to float a bond to pay this bill. It's like, yep, you're right. You're right. No, I often go to Houston's like, damn, could have gone to Commander's Palace or Bayona. But I'm telling you, Houston's is like in my top 15, top 20 restaurants. Blasphemy. A New Orleanian loving a chain. It isn't TGI Fridays, it's Houston's. Really good. Very, very good to excellent and consistent as hell. Like always good, always very good to excellent. Never off their game. That's the key to great restaurants. You have to have very good to excellent food, very good to excellent, and it's got to be consistently that way, like all the time, what you want as expected. Boy, Trump's ugly, just unnecessary post on Rob Reiner's tragic death. Just really pitiful and sad. No taste, no class, mean, ugly, heartless, no empathy. Just messed up on so many levels. Just wrong. Rob Reiner's beloved. I mean, I'm seeing like James Woods, who I have like new respect for. I always loved James Woods as an actor. But on Twitter, on X, he's just like really extreme and just always posting. And it's always kind of caustic and divisive. Now, Rob Reiner was no fan of Donald Trump. He stopped posting on X or Twitter, but he would post a lot of stuff that didn't like Donald Trump. But it wasn't like divisive, like, so much like the other side has some kind of problem. Just didn't like Trump. But James Woods, who's a staunch conservative, and Rob Reiner is a real hardcore leftist, like really liberal. Those two loved each other and got along great. And like Laura Ingraham had Rob Reiner on her show. And it was like they bumped into each other at a restaurant one night, and the next night he's on the program. And they are diametrically opposed politically. No, there's just so many people on the far right just praising Rob Reiner as just a great man, a gentleman. And that's the thing where I think political zealots, they don't get it. Folks that are so just entwined, just so into that, liberal Democrat, conservative Republican, the other side sucks, and just focused on it and watching too much Fox News or MSNBC, pick your poison, watching too much of it, too engaged in politics. No, it builds, and then all of a sudden the chatter in the bar, you have to take it to the street, and Rob Reiner's just hateful and all this. He's a terrible person. I mean, I'm watching a lot of Republican conservatives. I'm watching a lot of conservative-leaning news trashing Donald Trump right now for his comments about Rob Reiner. I mean, a tragedy happens. His family, his friends are just heartbroken. Their pal, this just from all indications, a really great guy. Cared about humanity, cared about people, gave back, was humble, kind of for how rich he was and wealthy and how successful, very kind of blue collar, didn't have an entourage, security, just, doping around LA, regular guy kind of. No, hard to find anyone saying anything bad about him unless you're some political zealot. And then you just dislike the guy. It's like Charlie Kirk. Unless you're some leftist lunatic, pretty much folks, they may not have agreed with him politically, but I think they respected Charlie Kirk. Rob Reiner, it's even more of that because it wasn't political with him. It was movies and acting and, bringing joy to people's lives, a creative director and producer, a guy that had a talent, whose father was a comedian and actor who was around, that family, those two for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, they've been part of America. No, and Donald Trump just has to, all over it, man. Just can't help himself. Just awful. It's something I'm not, I don't have a psychology degree, or I'm not a psychiatrist, but there's something mentally wrong with Donald Trump. And it's blatantly obvious. And most folks see it, that like him or not, that vote for him or not. And it's something neurological. There's something broken about him. Outside of if you like him or not, if he's a good president or not, whatever, it's outside of that. As a person, there's something wrong with him. And just to lash out at Rob Reiner like that after tragically being murdered, it's just, I don't know, kind of heartless. Falls into that like sociopath category. Google sociopath, look up the definition. Tell me I'm wrong. No, the only thing I can see that's positive about this is both sides are together on condemning it. And I keep waiting. I've been talking about this for the last few years that, there's going to be some straw that breaks the camel's back where people are going to start demanding that the left and right work together, where people are going to recognize the people on the left and right that work with the other side are the real winners that are out to help
Lamar
us.
Automotive Collision Center. It's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamar Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole-Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters, and you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
I'm not trying to Corey, last week you said it was the biggest game in Tulane football history. Now this game's the biggest game in Tulane football history? Yes. It's now the last week's game at that time was the biggest game in Tulane football history, and they won it. And now they've made the playoffs and they're playing at Ole Miss. So that game now, the Ole Miss game, is the biggest. So the AAC championship game at Yeoman a week and a half ago is now the second biggest game in Tulane football history. The second biggest. The second most important. Why, Corey? Why was it the second most? It was the AAC championship game, not only a conference championship game, not only at home at Yeoman, their fourth straight championship game, but by winning it, it would put them in the 12-team playoff. Historic. Unprecedented. So now they're in it. This Saturday afternoon, 2:30 this Saturday afternoon on ABC, nationwide television audience. There'll be 55, 60,000 jam-packed Vaught Hemingway Stadium. The Grove will be electric all morning into lunchtime, early afternoon. The Grove, Oxford, Mississippi, Ole Miss. It's going to be electric. College atmosphere environment at close to its best. Tulane, Ole Miss. The winner advances to New Orleans and the Sugar Bowl 10 days later to take on Georgia. It's mind-blowing if you're a Tulane fan. No, a long time coming. Been waiting for this for a long time if you're a Green Wave fan. I mean, if you're a Green Wave fan under the age of like 55 or 60, it's not been a lot of success. Yeah, the new biggest game in Tulane football history is this Saturday afternoon in Oxford, Mississippi. And this is America, capitalism, SeatGeek, all these ticket, folks, these outlets. You can get a ticket to the game. And the beautiful thing is it's a 2:30 kickoff. If you're in the car by around 6 or even 7 a.m. Saturday morning, you got more than enough time to make it to the stadium. If you get in the car at 7 a.m., you're in Oxford, Mississippi by around 1 p.m. And you can stop for gas and make it for 1 p.m. You got an hour and a half to park, get something to eat, and get into the stadium. You leave earlier, 5, 6 a.m., just more time. You leave at 5 a.m., you're in Oxford for 11 a.m. You leave at 6 in the morning, you're at Oxford for noon. The kickoff's 2:30. And the beautiful thing is, even without, I don't have a hotel room, Corey, you could get a hotel room in Memphis. Memphis is about a little less than 1 hour from Oxford. Call it an hour. So after the game ends, 5:30, 6 o'clock, mess around Oxford if you want, get in the car, you're at Memphis 7, 8 o'clock, go somewhere for dinner, check into a hotel, maybe the Peabody, watch the Ducks, go into the fountain inside the hotel. And then beeline home after on Sunday. Now, there's going to be some impulsive Tulane fans, especially you youngsters out there that are going to beeline up to Oxford and check out the game. Some college Tulane students are going to go to Oxford, hang out with their friends at Ole Miss, party with them, and may not even get a ticket to the game. But they'll be in that environment. They'll be watching the game on TV like they would in New Orleans, but they'll be in Oxford near the stadium, near the fans, and ideally celebrating after. Ole Miss beat Tulane 45-10. Now, I don't think that's a realistic score. I think Ole Miss is the better team, still is the better team. They're favored by 17.5. I think if Tulane would have played well and didn't make some key mistakes, and Ole Miss wouldn't have played that caliber of ball game, they still would have won, but it might have been something like 35-17, 35-21. So, look, I'm 9-1 on the year on what I call a sucker bet. I don't look for them. They jump out at me. And when Vegas has Ole Miss favored by 17.5, Tulane's the sucker bet. So my brain, I don't gamble, but if I were a gambler, I'd bet Ole Miss. But I'm a fan and my heart's involved, and I think, fooling myself or not, we'll find out on Saturday, I think Tulane can hang with Ole Miss. And I think two things are of vital importance for Tulane. It's just like the same game plan they had in the AAC championship game against North Texas. You want to keep that offense off the field. So time of possession is key. I believe, and we'll talk about it on Monday, if Tulane holds a 37, 38-minute time of possession, it'll be a one-score game and Tulane might win. We'll look back and go, wow, Ole Miss won 35-28. Tulane won 31-28. Tulane had the ball for 39 minutes of the game. It's going to have to be something like that, like 37, 38 minutes for Tulane and 21, 22 minutes for Ole Miss time of possession. So they're going to have to own time of possession. Got to be north of 35 minutes for, I think, for Tulane to have a chance to win. Has to be north of 35 minutes. The more, the better. And then I know this is so vanilla, and yeah, Corey, no joke. But turnovers. Tulane can't afford to turn over the football. They can punt, but they can't turn it over. No, they got a quarterback. I mean, Retzloff is playing better and better as the season has gone on. He is a real college QB. He's not like, boy, a great athlete. He's the best athlete. So we've got him at quarterback, and it works most of the time. But third and long, he's not so good with the sideline out. We get a little nervous with maybe a pick in those situations. Not with Retzloff. He's got a really solid arm for the college level, and he sees the field. He's older. He's mature. He's like, 23, 24 years old. He's playing with a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and it shows. He's experienced. See, like 9 wins at BYU last year, 10 at Tulane so far. Guy's a winner. Maybe 4 losses in the last 2 years total. Now he's in the playoffs. Don't count that guy out. And if he goes out there and pulls off some, 25 of 32, 28 of 35, some, really good game where he completes 70% of his passes, throws for 2 or 3 touchdowns, or throws for 2, runs for 1 or 2, no picks. All of that's possible. All of that's possible. Tulane wins in 10 days after the game. They're in the Sugar Bowl against Georgia. Roll, MF wave, roll. That's Blue Boy. He's saying stick around. We got a whole lot to go. A full show sheet as usual. 5 o'clock powwow right now. Be there, or is it here?
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
Good boy.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Let's do this thing known as the neutral ground. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour is upon us on a Tuesday afternoon. Really nice weather day as we head towards dusk, as the sun drops out of the sky in New Orleans. No, really nice. It's not cold. It's comfortable outside, around 58 right now. It is New Orleans. Drew Brees is right, and it's the summer season in New Orleans. Excuse me, the non-summer season, where we pretend to kind of mix summer, fall, winter, spring all into one season. Yeah, about 58 degrees, little breeze, not much. Nice, not cold, cool. Get outside and enjoy it. Hey, 9 days till Christmas. 1 week from this Thursday, Christmas Day. It's already here. 2 weeks from Thursday, New Year. 2 weeks from Thursday, 2026. Kaboom goes the dynamite. Unbelievable. 27 days left of Junket Cantrell. Who friggin' Ray? Thank goodness there is a God. 27 days left of Junket Cantrell. 27 days and bye-bye. Bye-bye. No more belligerent mayor. And then we just get to watch from the cheap seats as she either goes to trial, that would be a mistake, or pleads guilty. And hopefully for her sake, she walks with no jail time. I think she deserves jail time. I would sort of be disappointed as a citizen if LaToya Cantrell cops a plea deal that includes no jail time. I mean, a jumpsuit, women's prison, 3 months, something. Got to go to jail for some amount of time. Got to go to jail. It just wouldn't be right. Anyway, 27 days of Junket Cantrell. That's it. Thank goodness. Such, I mean, is it like a, According to Border Patrol, 350 so far have been detained in Operation Catahoula Crunch. From what I hear, Kim Jong-un of North Korea is suing Border Patrol. That is a North Korean cereal, Catahoula Crunch, a favorite of Kim Jong-un. According to Border Patrol, Operation Catahoula Crunch, 350 so far have been detained. That is almost meaningless to me in a way. Like, okay, and how many are violent criminals and how many are going to be arrested? How many are going to jail? How many are being deported? Out of 350 that have been detained, I mean, last hour I was like, 10% would be 35. 5% would be about 16 or 17. And I was like, okay, somewhere in between 5% and 10% are actual violent criminals. That's my guess. I was like, that's like 25. That just seems high. I'm going with like 5%, like 17 to 20, 6% of the 350 that have been detained are actually violent criminals. Delta Downs here in Louisiana, when they rated that, I want to say it was either 82 or 84. Let's go with the low number, 82. 2 were violent criminals. The other 80 were not. I mean, you're at like 96, 97% detaining folks that don't deserve to be detained. This is so simple. All of this is simple. It's like the Rob Reiner criticism with the president. You forget about the politics and you just judge Rob Reiner if he's a good person or not. And you forget about the politics and the tragic death that just happened. And is Donald Trump a good person or not? What he posted. That's simple. That's it. Doesn't mean you don't like Trump or you hate Trump or you're voting for him or you're not. Just which person was a righteous person and which person wasn't. No, I think that this is the same situation. This 350 detained so far. How many are actual criminals, violent criminals? Because if it's a dozen or so, then you go after them only. Everybody wants them gone. No one's for violent criminals being released. No one wants to see violent criminals on the street. I don't care if a violent criminal is an illegal or a U.S. citizen. Why should the difference mean anything to me? Seriously. I just don't want violent criminals around. I have no problem with ICE going after violent criminals that happen to be illegals. More power to you. But just the way these raids are going down, no, and thank goodness for like Billy Nungesser, a staunch Republican who joined me on the program last week and said, there has to be a better way. This isn't a good thing. Arresting, grandma around Christmas time, yanking her out of her house, not a good thing. Any normal Republican, Democrat, any citizen that's normal, not an extreme whack job political zealot, wants to see these extreme, violent criminals arrested and gone off the street. We just want to see it done in a righteous way. No, and it's like Rob Reiner and Trump. People on the right are offended by Donald Trump's comments. They think they're tasteless, no class, mean, ugly, hate-filled, so messed up on so many levels, just not right. Like, look up sociopath, and that's what you would get. So, no, hopefully folks are coming together on things. Like a right-wing guy like Billy Nungesser being critical of the border sweeps, which everyone should be. They're obnoxious. Van pulling up, door swinging open, mass people detaining Latinos, going after Latinos because they're Latino. This isn't America. And the truth is, we could all come up with a lot more places to spend the money, the law enforcement people, the boots on the ground, than going after illegals. How about inner city New Orleans? How about getting with the FBI, coming up with that list of 300-400 of the most violent criminals in Orleans Parish and Jefferson and getting them? That would make a huge, huge dent in violent crime. Arresting a handful of Latinos for violent crime, I'm all for it, but it's not going to make a huge dent when there's 300 or 400 in inner city New Orleans. No, it's just a waste of money, waste of resources. No, people are seeing that, figuring it out. folks from both sides with the commonsensical, conclusions. These ICE raids are over the top, scaring the hell out of the Latino community, which is a huge part of this local community, part of the fabric of Metro New Orleans. We have the largest Honduran population outside of Honduras. And then so many other Latinos. It's New Orleans. We're welcoming. And not to the violent criminals, the hardworking Latinos that make the city work. And then just the president with these ugly comments. People think it's ugly on both sides. This is good. These things are bad, but because they're bad, left and right wing people are coming together saying they don't like it. They don't like what Trump said about Rob Reiner. They think these ICE raids are over the top. Left and right, finally, left and right. No, we get more and more of this. Hopefully left and right start working together because it's about us, It's not about these extreme political zealot types, these extreme left and right folks. They're part of the problem. It's the huge middle, the vast majority, the 80%. All of us, registered Republican, registered Democrat, Libertarian, Independent, don't give a crap. I don't care. We all think the same on like 80, 90% of issues. We're what's important. We're the people that the senators and congressmen need to be representing. Not themselves, not a political party, but us. So hopefully this momentum where both sides are on the same side on a couple of major issues today, this week. ICE is over the top, or the president and these ICE raids, they're over the top, and the criticism of the president on Rob Reiner is over the top. No, we need left-wing people to be very critical of the woke and loony left crap that rears its ugly head. There'll be something this week. I'll talk about it. There'll be something goofy that the extreme left can't help themselves with. I mean, we know the historic stuff like defund the police, take Lincoln's name off of a school, men can get pregnant, sex change operation for prisoners, just crazy stuff that mainstream America's like, why the hell are you worrying about that? Or it's just wrong what you're doing. Corey Johnson with you. I'm fired up for Saturday. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping Tulane goes up there and controls the clock, doesn't turn the ball over, and plays a great ball game. If they can control the clock, 35 minutes plus of time of possession, not turn the ball over, they're in this ball game at the end. But if Ole Miss just runs down the field and scores a bunch of points and Tulane has to keep up with Ole Miss offensively, that could be a problem. Tulane can run the ball and throw the ball. They showed it against North Texas in that AAC championship game. And although Ole Miss has an SEC defense, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's like one of the elite defenses. They're vulnerable. They can be had at certain times. So for me, the key thing is time of possession. That's the number one thing. Keep the ball north of 35 minutes. Every second north of 35 minutes, Tulane dramatically increases its chance of being in this game at the end and possibly even winning it. If they control the clock, it's going to be a good one.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Time is getting tight. I think they can still get it done. What am I talking about? Getting a chipping and putting green installed in your backyard in time for Christmas. Ladies, guys, you have a golfer in your family, they would absolutely love a chipping or putting green in your backyard. LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen. And I still think Colin and his crew can get it done before Thursday of next week, Christmas Day. NOLALGD.com is the website. Give them a call. Get an absolutely free estimate on installation of artificial turf, synthetic turf in your backyard, or even a chipping and putting green like my backyard. If you're checking out the show on Twitter, on X, at Corey Johnson, follow me. The pinned tweet is my backyard putting green that LGD Lawn and Landscapes installed about 6-7 weeks ago. They did it in about 24 hours. So there's still a chance they can get it done for you before Christmas. NOLALGD.com. Go to the website right now. Check out all the fabulous installations. I'm on my chipping and putting green every day for like 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there. I think the longest I've spent out there, maybe 15 minutes tops on like a Saturday. During the week with work and everything, 5 minutes here, 6 minutes there. 5 minutes a day for 5 days. I'm knocked out 25 minutes of practicing putting and chipping. That's 25 minutes more than I would any other day, any other week. No, improving my golf game. It's fun. It looks great. And you can get it in before Christmas. LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen. New Orleans' own. NOLALGD.com. NOLALGD.com. Get in touch with them right now. Give them your address. They'll be there tomorrow to give you an estimate. Maybe they can get it done before Christmas. Amazing. 5 o'clock powwow on a Tuesday. If you missed the 4 o'clock hour, you missed Carlton Dufresne show from the Causeway. A third toll lane's coming to the Causeway, I think, starting tomorrow morning. So there'll be 3 toll tag only lanes going from the North Shore to the South Shore for the morning commute. Cart was saying about 20,000 vehicles in the morning alone go from the North Shore to the South Shore. And then maybe another 10, 12,000 more during the day. 30, 35,000 a day. 1 million a month. 12 million a year on the causeway. Yeah, not getting a new causeway bridge anytime soon. No more, bays on the side of the bridge will be added. No more turnarounds. There's no major plans for the causeway. The next thing would be a new toll plaza, new toll gates that you can drive through. Essentially, it's speed. Go through there at like 45 miles an hour because you wouldn't be going through some little narrow, old school toll booth where a human is. It'd be some, steel structure frame with, the electronic sensors and the like you can just blow right through there. A modern toll station, not yesteryear like the causeway presently has. It's yesteryear. Don't need any human beings. Don't need to take money. Snap your license plate. Go from there. So that's the next thing. A new toll plaza on the North Shore. Eventually. Who knows? Maybe they'll build it on the South Shore where they have room and not interfere with the North Shore traffic. I have no idea what they're going to do, but that's the next big thing besides like maintenance, replacing wiring, things of that nature. I think he said there were 9,000 pilings that make up the original Causeway Bridge, 9,000. And I think he said 3,000 of the 9,000 have been encapsulated. You can look and you see it's like a plastic cover around the concrete, I guess, to preserve it where it's going to last longer, not erode from water and the tide hitting it. Anyway, Carlton Dufer Show from the Causeway. You commuters that go to the South Shore from Mandeville, Covington, and the like every morning, there'll be a third toll tag only gate. No, that's huge. Sometimes on the Causeway, I mean, the one where you pay cash, I have a toll tag, but some of them are like, cash and toll tag, and that line might be low. Sometimes I made the mistake and got behind someone. It's like, what are you waiting for? Are they manually writing the receipt? Are you getting directions? I mean, they could be there like 30 seconds, 45 seconds at the toll booth. And you're like, if you're thinking like, Corey, what's 30 seconds? An eternity at a toll booth. Should be like 2 seconds. In and out, gone. No, that's still humans there collecting toll, giving change. Insane. I used to have a term for the Crescent City connection when you give like a 20 and you get 19 ones back. Because at the end of the day, these toll taker people, some of them, I'm not disparaging all of them, but some are like, I don't want to count the money at the end of my shift. I'm going to count the money during my shift. And it's a lot easier to get rid of the ones while the shift's going on than have to count them at the end. So they're keeping the 20s, the 10s, and the 5s. And instead of someone that gives a 20 on $1 toll getting a 10, a 5, and 4 ones, they're getting 19 ones back. And I call it like toll takers-itis. Like they're in control. They can give you 19 ones. They give you a 10, a 5, and 4 ones. They can give you a 10 and 9 ones, a 5 and 14 ones. They can do whatever the hell they want. But I would literally get the 19 ones where 19 people have touched the money, and I just throw it right on the floor of my car. Just boom, right on the floor of the car. Like some of the money, I mean, this disgusting, like some of the money has to dry out. Like the person that gave it to him, the money was wet. Coffee on it, you drank on it, spilled water on it. What the hell? Got caught in the rain. Just throw the money on the ground. Toll takers-itis. They're in control. You don't have a 10, a 5, and 4 ones? Yeah, they do. It's all piled up neat. So at the end of their shift, they can get out of Dodge quickly. And then they're counting ones like what you pull up to the toll booth and they're counting money. No. Take my money and you count your money later. Jeez, turn off the booth. Shut it down. Count your money that way. I don't know what to tell you, but don't have an open booth and take the money. The Causeway, sometimes it's painful. I don't know if that was part of the reason I got a toll tag. $3.40 instead of $6. I cross the Causeway at least once a week, at least. Sometimes 2 or 3 times. I'm at Trey Yen in Mandeville all the time. I'm at Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville all the time. Might get invited to go play golf. According to Border Patrol, 350 so far have been detained in Metro New Orleans. Operation Catahoula Crunch. 350 detained. Of the 350 detained, I want to know how many are violent criminals. Isn't that the only important thing? How many of the 350 detained are violent criminals? New Orleans considering permanent gates on Bourbon Street from Canal Street to St. Anne, basically halfway through the quarter. Be about 18 different gates. About $1.5 million. They're like $830,000 each. Each gate about $830,000. It's got to be, terrorist proof. You can't drive a vehicle through there at 30 miles an hour and the gate implodes and flies all over and kills people. And then the truck with the bomb continues down Bourbon Street, no problem. No, the gate has to be like major truck or trucks proof, like 2-3 trucks in a row could hit it and it's not going down. A major F-350, some giant truck can't take it out. The terrorist attack, that was an electric Ford F-150. So it's got insanely quick acceleration, and it weighs about a ton more than a standard F-150. Literally like a ton, like 2,000 pounds more, 1,500 to 2,000 pounds more of battery weight. So it's like the ideal ramming thing. It weighs a lot, so it's got a lot of force behind it. It's a truck, and it's electric, so it accelerates fast. By the way, Ford stopping the electric Ford F-150 Lightning. I think they're discontinuing it, make it a hybrid now, losing money. Anyway, gates in the quarter, not a problem. The gates need to be able to be open, though. Residents and businesses, people with permits should be able to enter with the gate. And you might have to have those gates manned. 18 gates, it's really like 9 because you have on either side of the block. When I say really like 9, it's 18 gates, but to man them, you'd only need like 9 people. And what's wrong with 9 policemen, law enforcement types, someone armed, wearing a badge? What's wrong with that next to these gates that only they could open for residents or businesses that have the pass? No, it's Bourbon Street. It's a real city. It's not like a tourist destination and some people moved in nearby. It's a neighborhood first that became a tourist destination. So the people that live there have to have access. They have to be able to get in and out in their vehicle, park in their own driveway. No, but with the crowds and the terrorist attack, we probably need these gates on Bourbon Street. Yeah, it's the new biggest game for Tulane in their history. The American Athletic Conference Championship game was the biggest, but they won that one, and they made the playoffs. Now they play Ole Miss this Saturday. That's the new biggest game in Tulane football history. It'll be on ABC if you're not making the trek to Oxford. 2:30 kickoff. The winner, 10 days after the game in New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl versus Georgia. Roll, MF Wave, roll. Wow. Heady times in uptown New Orleans. Amazing. Hey, if you have a real injury, you have a real claim, you need a real lawyer that can deliver real results. Not an insurance company facilitator, but lawyers that will go to trial for you. Real attorneys. Kiefer and Kiefer is for you. To find out more, KieferandKiefer.com, a New Orleans law firm for decades. Kiefer and Kiefer.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Nice day outside. Temperatures right now like 56, 57 degrees. When we wake up tomorrow morning, it won't be too much colder than it is right now. And then we start warming up. By this weekend, it'll be 70s again. Pretty amazing. One of the reasons we live down here, great weather, especially in the non-summer season. Yeah, get outside. Go dine outside tonight or drop some coals. I might head to the grocery, see if I can get a nice slab, maybe a New York strip or something like that. Bradley Schneller from Stacked Coaching has me on fillets. He's like, no, I know they're not as flavorful. You know why? Because they don't have as much fat. But it's lean meat, and it's full of protein, and it's still tasty. So he's got me eating fillets, which would be my last choice normally. Seriously. I would probably go like New York strip or ribeye or flank skirt hanger, any of those at a place that knows what they're doing, like La Boca downtown in the Warehouse District. What a great steakhouse that is. Adolfo Garcia just knows what he's doing. But even that Argentine steakhouse, because they have so many conventioneers and tourists that go there, the filet is the number one steak they sell. But probably the least flavor. I always tell folks, if you ever get like a T-bone or a porterhouse, eat the filet side first. Because if you eat the New York strip side first, that filet will be flavorless to you. You'll be like, what is this? It's very tender, of course. That's why people love it. Some of these steakhouses serve it sizzling in butter, so you're adding fat and flavor to the steak because it lacks flavor. But if you get a T-bone or a porterhouse, I'm telling you, eat the filet first. Got to eat the New York strip side second. The New York strip side's so much more flavor, more marbling fat, more taste. Now, a little tougher than the filet, which is very tender usually, but it's not like it's too tough. I'll tell you, a good serrated knife, anyone that eats enough steak, I mean, cutting into the steak with the serrated knife right away before you even take a bite, you know if it's going to be a really good steak or not. You know if it's going to be a really good steak simply by how the serrated knife, you can feel it in your hand, how it goes through the steak. No, there's nothing better than cutting into a steak and a New York strip. You know, I often cut that like down the middle, or a ribeye like down the middle, and start from one side, in the middle out, and just a few strokes of the knife. Like, oh boy, this is going to be a good one. Kind of grainy. You know, like powdery is not the right term, but kind of a grainy kind of feel. It's consistent. You're not having to cut through anything that's tough. Just the blades just going through it smoothly. No, you know you got a good steak. Warren LaRuth, one of the greatest chefs in the history of the city. He might be number one. Warren LaRuth was like, man, you got a good piece of fish. You got a good steak. It's really hard to mess it up. And it's true. You have to overcook it. You have to over-season it to mess it up. Nothing like a good steak and so much protein. Yeah, you're right. Tuesday afternoon edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. Holiday season. Christmas a week from Thursday. Get him a pair of sunglasses from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Don't go to the mall. Don't go to some outlet store. Don't order online. Don't get sunglasses that everybody else has that are readily available. Get something that's as unique as you or him or her. Sunglasses that no one else will have, that they will love. Art and Eyes has about 4,000 pairs of frames to choose from. They're on Magazine. This place is special. This is a shop you would find like in New York or Los Angeles or Paris. I promise you there's nothing like it in Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Nashville, Austin. Art and Eyes on Magazine. Google them. Great Christmas gift. A nice designer pair of sunglasses from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Now, I literally have about 10 pairs of glasses, prescription glasses and prescription sunglasses. All of them are from Art and Eyes. The eyewear comes from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Corey Johnson with you every weekday afternoon. We're on the radio. We're on television. We're on social media, YouTube, live, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Click to subscribe. We're on X at Corey Johnson. Follow me. Live every day from 4 to 6. After the fact at 6 o'clock, you can check out the program. Like maybe some of you Green Wave fans, you want to check out the 15 minutes I spent yesterday afternoon with John Sumrall. Go to my X at Corey Johnson. You can check it out right now, yesterday's show. Go to my YouTube channel. You can check it out right now, yesterday's show. About 15 minutes in, 15 good minutes with John Sumrall. That's yesterday's show. Also on Spotify, the podcast on Spotify. And then some short clips. Got a few on John Sumrall right now. Those are posted every day on X, on YouTube, and also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Look for them. New Orleans considering permanent gates on Bourbon Street from Canal to St. Anne, eventually like halfway through the quarter. I don't see a problem with permanent gates that are easily accessed for neighbors and delivery trucks where an official person with a badge opens them. But no, I have no problem with that. But it's a neighborhood first, a tourist destination second. That needs to be the priority. We had Carlton Dufer show on last hour. A third toll lane coming tomorrow morning to the Causeway. Toll tag only lane, a third lane. They're basically flip-flopping. I guess they're 5 lanes. It's normally 2 are toll tag only and 3 are toll tag or cash or credit card. Now it's going to be 2 are cash or credit card and 3 are toll tag only, encouraging people to get a toll tag. I've got one and I live on the South Shore. 75,000 people in Metro New Orleans have toll tags. 75,000. The daily commute on the Causeway is about 35,000. So more than double the daily commute. People like me have that toll tag. No, besides the ease and the quickness, you save a pretty good chunk of change. It's $6. I got to find a 5 or a 1 or give them a 10 or a 20 and wait for change. Pain in the rear end. It's $3.40. So you save like $2.60 on the toll every time. So that made it pretty easy. Trump's ugly, unnecessary posts on Rob Reiner's tragic death. No taste, no class, mean, ugly, heartless. So messed up on so many levels. No empathy, just pitiful and sad. Donald Trump's like a sociopath sometimes. It's crazy. Crazy. His own worst enemy. The only thing good about this, a lot of Republicans and conservative pundits are criticizing the president. It's like the ICE raids. A lot of folks on the left and right are critical of how they're going about it. And I'm not talking about the loony left that are critical of anything. I'm talking about legitimate people. So we're getting people on the left and right agreeing. And I've often said this, a couple of things. Like news is 90% non-political. Avalanche kills 50 in the Swiss Alps. Yeah, plane crash in Nevada. It has nothing to do with politics, like 90%. Like Fox should be called Fox Political News. MSNBC should be called Political News, not news. So like 90% of news isn't political. That being said, probably 80 or 90% of issues that affect us as citizens of the United States or of Louisiana or of New Orleans, the Republicans and Democrats are in agreement on most issues because they're commonsensical and they're basic. And everyone's in agreement. And that's like 80, 90%. No, it's only when we get into these hardcore, extreme political issues are there problems. And that's fine. Hash that out. But let's get to work 80, 90% of the time on the 80, 90% of the things we all agree on that need to be done. Now, I'm hoping where Republicans and Democrats, like these two examples, are coming together in agreement, there's a lot more of that. This partisan politics, this extreme political zealot atmosphere, the extreme left, the extreme right, constantly fighting each other. The other side sucks. The other side's racist. The other side's the problem. The other side has nothing of value. It's getting old. We demand our elected officials to work together, to work with the other side. Anyone that is on the extreme left or the extreme right that doesn't want to see their party work with the other side, clearly part of the problem. Clearly part of the problem. America at its best is both sides, bipartisan politics. I mentioned this yesterday. Reagan is president, Democrat-controlled Congress. Clinton is president, Republican-controlled Congress. There had to be give and take, flexibility. It made for the best in America, best economy, things cruising. No, we need to get back to that. We're the important thing, the citizens. These jokers we elect, they work for us. We got to stop cutting them slack. We got to demand they work for us. And that means working with each other, Republicans working with Democrats, Democrats working with Republicans. I know there are a lot of you out there that are staunch Republicans, staunch Democrats. You have no desire for your elected official to work with the losers on the other side. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. It doesn't work that way. That's why we have this problem. And I'll end it with this. When you're a Democrat or a Republican in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, I know Republicans in New Orleans, you're in D.C., and you can't just go in there with a relaxed attitude, relaxed mentality, not on the defensive, not worrying about someone attacking you, but going in to get the job done. You can't go in with that attitude. You've got to be on the defensive. You got to worry about someone attacking you. You've got to be ready for the quick reply, because you being elected and being an effective, perceived as an effective politician's at stake. How much of a handicap on our Democrat and Republican elected officials that are worrying about someone attacking them, worrying about being on the defensive? How much does that limit them doing the
For
real work
game-changing
for
innovation,
us?
look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters, and you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spot. TM-AC.com, your cool spot.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour on a Tuesday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. We do it every weekday afternoon, 2 big hours, 4 to 6 o'clock, taking you home in style. We're on radio, television, YouTube, X. Check it out. Really nice day. Heading into nighttime now. Right now, what the temperature around 55, 56, going to stay this way throughout the night. We'll wake up tomorrow morning to this. Same temperature, not getting any colder for about the next 12 hours. And then it starts warming up a little. We'll get into the 60s, even 70s. And this weekend, lots of 70s. Christmas could be warm. We'll see that extended forecast kind of shaping up. 9 days until Christmas, a week from this Thursday. And that means 2 weeks from Thursday. It's unbelievable. 16 days away until the new year. In 16 days, it'll be 2026 already. Crazy. You know, a lot of folks are looking for New Year's resolutions. StackedCoaching.com, a gift card to Stacked Coaching, that gym. That's a great way to start the new year. Great Christmas present. Get him or her membership. Get both of you membership, StackedCoaching.com. No, it's also New Year's resolution time. Maybe you're looking for a new job or a new career. Go to Latrum's website, Latrum.com, a company of innovation, manufacturing giant right here in New Orleans. Latrum spelled Laitram, Latrum.com. They employ thousands, maybe you. Latrum.com. Yeah, 9 days till Christmas, 16 days till the new year, 27 days until Junket Cantrell goes bye-bye. No more Mayor Junket Cantrell in 27 short days. Can't come soon enough. She got belligerent last week, vetoing the city council's budget proposal. Irrelevant. The city council will override her veto. But another just belligerent, desperate act. Always looking for attention, always negative, always cynical, just ugly, nasty. 27 more days of Junket Cantrell. Then she gets to go off and wait for either one of two things. Her trial to begin on federal criminal charges or pleading guilty. All I don't know if it's hope for, but feel that justice would be served is Junket Cantrell needs to go to jail for some amount of time. I don't know how long it is. That's where I'm not the one to make that decision. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 15 months, 2 years. I have no idea. That's what a judge would do. Recommendation from the feds. How many counts was she found guilty on? All of that. Does she show any remorse? But I think jail time is necessary for folks to feel that some justice was served. Even sometimes that isn't enough. I look at Irvin Mayfield, that joker, the trumpeter, that clown, that hack, that charlatan, stealing $1.3 million from the city's most vulnerable, mostly young black and white kids, children. Stole $1.3 million from the Orleans Parish library system. Living high on the hog, like obnoxious, like he's wealthy. Staying at the Ritz-Carlton, running up $1,200 breakfast tabs, much less what the suite costs. Getting Louis Vuitton to make a trumpet case for his gold trumpet, just all kind of crap on the city's dime, on taxpayers' dime. He was found guilty, and he spent 11 months incarcerated, 7 in jail at like a country club prison in Pensacola, and then 4 months in a halfway house in New Orleans. Now, I've often said this, and I'm serious. I think the majority of people in Metro New Orleans, male or female, if you offered them $1.3 million and said, the next 7 months, you're at that Pensacola prison, which you can just walk out of it. It's not a jail. It's a military base. You have access to golf and tennis courts. And a lot of the time, New Orleanians bring in crawfish and the like for the guards and have a barbecue or a boil. Seriously. So you're there for 7 months. Then you come back to New Orleans, and for 4 months, you're at a halfway house. And in 11 months, you walk free. And you walk with $1.3 million, the vast majority of the Metro New Orleans population, the vast majority of the population of the United States of America would take that deal. Wait. I'm gonna make $100,000 a month plus by sitting in a country club prison and going to a halfway house. In 11 months, it'll all be over, and I make $100,000 plus a month doing it. Hell yeah, I'm in. $3,000 a day, and y'all are going to feed me and all that? Yes, I'm in. No, it's absolutely crazy. Like, Irvin Mayfield went to jail, and I don't think justice was served. White-collar crime pays, especially in New Orleans and Louisiana. Blue-collar crime, you're going to jail. White-collar, you're getting a slap on the wrist. You might be embarrassed to go to the club. Your friends are going to judge you, but that's about it. No, I'm not out to get Junket Cantrell, but just the obnoxious, belligerent behavior and criminal behavior, stealing from the taxpayers. She deserves a little time to contemplate it in jail. We deserve justice. So no, I'm not gloating or stepping on number 2 to get to number 1 or any of that crap. Speaking of number 1, when you need a fence or an automatic gate for your home or business, any property, you got to see the Fence Man. New Orleans owned the Fence Man for fences and automatic gates. Over 20 years of fence and gate building experience, affordable, reliable service, personalized designs like what they're doing in my backyard. The fenceman-neworleans.com for all of your backyard, residential, or commercial fencing needs. You got to see the Fence Man. The fenceman-neworleans.com. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. What's for dinner? How about Katie's in New Orleans? Katie's is so great when you bring a crowd of people. 4, 6, 8, 10 of you at Katie's, sharing those big portions, those New Orleans specialties. Tonight for dinner, as New Orleans says it gets, dine outside. Katie's in Mid-City. Yummy. Boy, wide open Wednesday already? What, Blue Boy? Time goes by fast. You're right. What, buddy? 9 days till Christmas. You're expecting what? A tremendous gift, buddy. You always get something good. Ideally, some high-quality food items to beef up your kibble. I get it, buddy. See you tomorrow. Wide open Wednesday. Be right here, 4 o'clock.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on
Down
Cox Channel
Blue?
4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.
Good boy.